Probably a tough situation for you in the fall dealing with the injury. How excited are you to get back out there with your teammates and actually compete again?
No, man, I'm pumped. It was hard watching them for a while, but it was nice seeing the game from that lens. But watching them work all fall and getting out there to do it with them now it's fun and exciting. So
How do you feel about that?
I feel great back to 100%. So
Doug?
I'm going to ask Ace and Noah, both of you were on an All-American team at the end of last season. And then you probably are getting mentioned for that too this year. But how do you take that individual recognition? How have you channeled that into something that lifts the entire team up?
Luckily, these awards don't really mean a whole lot for us as a team. I mean, it's cool to see an award, but we have to win a lot of games and keep moving forward.
yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, it's nice to see it, but at the end of the day, we all have a goal to get to Omaha as a team. So that's kind of what our focus is on.
Steve?
Aiden, you're the guy that wasn't on this panel last year. So what's it been like now to wear a different school color and to be a part of this team? And how do you feel like maybe you've integrated into this group?
Yeah, I mean, it's really special to be with these guys in a new environment. I mean, I'm learning the Mississippi way from these guys, and it's just been really special. Go out there and play in this ballpark every day with a great group of guys. It's really, really special.
Sam?
Ace, what's this just been like working with this new coaching staff and also some of these new Virginia players that have come over with you?
Yeah, it's been awesome. You really learn, it was cool having a bunch of new guys come in and keeping a bunch of the old guys. They kind of taught us the way and how the coaches work, and then we taught them the way of, the Mississippi State way of how we do things. So having that gel was nice, and we just get after it every day. So,
Robbie?
Bryce, when you look at your career here, you've been on a lot of different teams, new coaching staff, all that stuff. Now, how different has this been this off season, preparing with this team, with this coaching staff, and all that, and the competition that you have in the outfield?
Well, it's been different, but it's something that everybody had to get used to with the returning guys. Practices are run a little bit differently, obviously, but it's been great having the competition that we have, especially in the outfield. A lot of great players on the team, and it's been something that we've all taken pride in, and it's something that's really important to know that the guy behind you or the guy next to you is going to push you. So,
Colin?
Yeah, Bryce, kind of adding off of that, as somebody who's been here a long time and kind of understands the culture as well as the weight and the expectation that comes with putting on that uniform. What role have you kind of taken within the team of a bunch of guys coming together from different places and explaining what that responsibility is like?
well, the main thing is I don't want anybody to get out there and be shocked as far as the new guys. It's a really fun environment, obviously. Something I know I'll never take for granted. I know they'll never take for granted. But there's nothing like running out there. And I didn't want anybody. The main thing is I don't want the guys to run out there and be surprised at what's going on and what's at stake every time we run out on the field.
Steve?
Aiden, along those lines about being shocked, I mean, even though it may be 25 degrees, it's going to be 13,000, 14,000 people the first time you take the field there. How do you kind of mentally prepare for an NCAA regional atmosphere the very first weekend?
Just going out there and playing ball. I mean, it's a simple game. We go out there and we play, and we just lean on one another. It's a pretty simple answer with that.
Sam?
Bryce, going back just a couple months, but what was it like going through the Iron Dog challenge that you guys had to do?
It was tough, but it was something that I really enjoyed. You get to see what everybody's pouring into practice each day, and then not only practice, just going through something tough together is something that you can look to the guy to your left, look to the guy to your right, and we're all going through the same thing. We're finding a way to get through it. So it's something that I think really helps everybody gel.
Robbie?
Noah, first base is not foreign to you, but last year you're pretty much exclusively DH and pitching. What's it been like just getting back out there and being a positional player again and getting a chance to work over there first?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really good. Me and Blake have been getting after it and pushing each other, so it's been a lot of fun to compete with them and moving forward. I don't really care where I end up, but whatever the team needs is what I'll do.
What can people expect from Blake, what he brings to the table?
Man, he's special. He's really good. He's really good with the bat. He's an experienced hitter. He's really good at first base. There's not much he can't do.
Steve?
Bryce, you've been here longer than anybody, I guess, other than Everett and some of us. But so the fans really value your opinion. We know what D1 baseball and Baseball America thinks about this team. What do you think about this Bulldog team?
I think this is a really special group of guys. This is one of the more talented teams I've ever played on. But with that being said, that doesn't mean anything is set in stone. You can't go out there and take anything for granted. There's a reason we play the games, right? You don't just get to have a great recruiting class, a great portal class, great returners, and then you're automatically put in Omaha or wherever you want to go. So it's important that we take this group and we do something special together, and you do that by going to work each day the way that you know how. So,
David?
Ace, what do you think of the offense in general? And now that you've seen the guys both in fall ball and this preseason, not just yourself top of the order, but through it, and how much competition is there just for spots in the batting order?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of competition, obviously, and we feed off of it. We push each other every day. There's not many holes in the lineup, if not any. It's pretty special. I'm excited, to get out there and play as a team and see what that lineup looks like. But whatever it is, whatever guys are in the lineup, like, we're going to hit. It's one of the better, if not the best, hitting lineup I've seen in a while.
And with that, Coach Connor was saying, despite missing fall ball, you've really spent a lot of time working on your defense here going preseason. Are you more comfortable now out there?
Yeah, I am. Being healthy is nice, and moving better. I love going to work with Coach O'Connor. They know what they're talking about out there. So having those guys in my corner is nice. And then, yeah.
Doug?
Aiden and Bryce, I want to ask you this. Going into the fall, it seemed like if you were going to look at a strength for the team, it may have been hitting because you had pitching, but it wasn't quite as experienced. Do you feel like going into the season now that's leveled up a little bit?
Yeah, we're going to have one of the better rotations in college baseball, I think. From a talent standpoint, hitting in the inner squads is difficult. It's as difficult as I've ever had it being at Mississippi State. And I think they've really taken off, especially since we've been back in the spring. They've looked really good. So,
yeah, our pitchers gaining experience this preseason and this fall. It's been special to watch them grow. And our lineup, again, as Ace said, there's not many holes in it. So it's kind of like an iron sharpens iron type of deal when we're battling with the pitchers every day. It's a great group of guys, and it's going to be special this year.
Danny?
On that note, and I guess Noah and Bryce, maybe y'all can answer this, but what's it like in scrimmages facing Jack Bauer against a 100-mile-an-hour heater? What's that like?
It's a tough at bat, to say the least. It's hard to get comfortable in there because he's got the fastball, but he's also got plus off-speed pitches as well. So it's not something that you can just sell out to the heater. So he's a special talent, and I'm looking forward to him being on our side whenever the game starts. So.
Yeah, man, he's been really good. He's a really special pitcher, and he's obviously his fastball speaks for himself. And he's really grown recently within this preseason, and Park has pushed him in ways that's allowed him to become more of a whole pitcher and be able to use those secondary pitches for strikes. And just like Bryce said, it's an uncomfortable at bat, but it'll be really nice once we're on the same side.
Robbie?
Aiden, I got a couple of questions. I asked Bryce, how this has been different for him. He's been here for a while, but how's this been different for you? It's a little different perspective than other guys because you have this coaching staff, but being here and all that. And also your thoughts on what you saw from Jacob Parker in the fall and kind of where he is too, if you can answer a couple of
Yeah, I'll start with Jacob Parker. Jacob is really special. As any freshman, it's different coming into college ball. And he's learned and he's grown through preseason and fall, and he's going to be really good for us this year. I'm really excited for what he's going to do.
And the differences you've seen so far?
Yeah, just this group of guys, they're really special, and not to compare UVA in here, but I really enjoy playing with these group of guys just like I did at UVA, playing with that group of guys. Yeah, we have a special group here, and being with the coaches, combining our coaching staff with this talent, it's going to be a really fun year.
Carla?
I guess we can go for any of you guys were here last year, but how would you describe the culture that Coach O'Connor has implemented, in just a few months that he's been here?
He's done a really good job of of bringing in what he believes and still keeping the Mississippi State ways. Not that he didn't have the same values where he was before, but he's really bought into what Mississippi State is about and the history that we have here. And it's been very intense in preseason and in the fall and everything. Like, we really got after it. And so I'm excited to see how we do this year and how we push forward to our goals this year. But he's done an unbelievable job.
Take one more, Cam.
Bryce, being a hometown guy from Mississippi, from Richland, can you just talk about, you've been here for a long time, just like your message to the fans, especially the ones cheering you on down here in Richland, Jackson area?
Yeah, obviously I appreciate everybody that's a fan. And, growing up, I was always a Mississippi State fan. It's something that's really important to me. So coming out of high school, I had one offer. It was Mississippi State. I was committed to a JUCO, ended up signing here over that scholarship. And, I can't say enough about Mississippi State and what they've done for me. And, as I head into my last year of eligibility, I'm super thankful for everybody that's had a hand in me being able to be here and just the support that I've gotten throughout the years. So I just appreciate everybody that's done that, and I'm looking forward to this year.
I'll start. Thomas, it's been a different pitching coach in many respects. There's a lot of new atmosphere, new experience. Where do you feel like you are right now over last year, and how much of that would you attribute to Coach Parker?
I'd contribute a lot to Coach Parker. Since I've stepped onto campus, he's taught me things, showed me things that I never had any idea about, and what he's done with me and all the development process of everything has been great with him.
Robbie.
Ben, what about your off season and deciding to come back, obviously, and go at it another season? And what's it been like the last few months preparing for this year and to stepping into the role that you got this year?
It's been great. Coming in last year, wasn't really expecting a whole lot, but this year, definitely stepping into a different role for sure, and just expecting a little bit different out of myself.
Sam.
Tomas, what's it just been like reuniting with your brother and getting to play with him here at Mississippi State?
It's been great. Before, when we were at different schools, we would always talk every day on the phone, talk about how our day was, what we've done and everything. But now it's if one has a bad day, then we get to talk to each other about it, pick each other up, and it's been awesome. That's what I've kind of dreamed of. I didn't know it was possible until this year because he had another year of eligibility, but being with him is awesome, and there's no really downside of it.
Robbie.
Charlie, you kind of stepped in last year and you had some good moments, dealt with an injury. This year, expected to do a lot bigger things. What's it been like kind of building up to that, like I asked Ben?
Yeah, coming in last year, I wasn't really sure what to expect coming into the college scene. And then this year, I put on some weight, got better physically, and just hoping to step into a bigger role for this team and just improve in any way I can.
What was the biggest thing you felt like you needed to improve from last year to this year?
Just being able to command the fastball. Just being able to, once you command that, all speed becomes easier, and pitching just becomes a lot easier that way.
Steve.
Brian, you're one of the last guys who towed the rubber last year in Tallahassee. I know you didn't get the result you wanted as a team. How much has that fueled you, I guess, through the summer with Team USA baseball in the fall, and now you're getting ready to be back at Duty Noble Field again? So how much of that has been a motivating factor?
It's a huge motivating factor. Just being able to be put in that situation last year, and the result didn't happen, and we lost a lot of really good players last year. It just sucks how that had to happen and how it ended. So I'm hoping for the people that have their last year this year that doesn't have to happen again, and hopefully we're winning.
Doug.
Any two of you could answer this. I asked the same question of the hitters. Last year in the fall, it looked like the strength of the team based on experience, not necessarily talent, was hitting. As pitchers, can you talk a little bit about how you worked to level that up?
As in experience on the mound?
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of going back to thinking about all the older guys. You have guys like Fear who threw a lot last year, Ben Davis, and and all those guys. So like those younger guys, like for the freshmen, for example, like they always ask questions about what's going to be that role of how do you get out there when you don't have that experience. Like what do you expect? And that's they kind of show them the ropes of what to do, what to expect, and like that kind of mindset of what you should be doing out there, even though like it's always going to be big out there for your first time, but after that first time, everything just shrinks and the game just slows down for you.
Sam.
Ryan, what are some of the things that you've worked on in this offseason or emphasized trying to improve on going into this year?
Just really trying to refine all my pitches and be able to just like work fastball, be more efficient. Fastball on the zone, like Charlie said. Once you get your fastball to your glove side low, just everything else opens up and makes it way easier to pitch.
Robbie.
Tomas, do you feel like the roles are fairly defined as far as the starting rotation? Is there a lot of battles still going there? Is there a lot of guys that are competing in there, or is it still kind of undefined? Like what's your thoughts on the starting rotation right now?
I mean, it's still every day is just a battle, and you just compete every day. No one knows anything really, so you just kind of go out there and do what you do, and you never know until it starts. So there's no really define anything yet.
Steve.
Charlie, you were a younger guy last year, got thrown out there against Southern Miss, I guess, and didn't go the way you wanted. But what did maybe you learned last year, even though you didn't get a lot of innings pitched, that kind of prepared you for this year?
Yeah, Southern Miss was definitely like my welcome to college baseball moment last year, and just learning to slow the game down, take one pitch at a time. And luckily I had another great left-handed pitcher here last year, Pico, to kind of look up to and watch what he did and how he got ready and prepared for games, and I've really taken his advice into this season.
Mike.
Ben, you say that you kind of look for a different role this year. I know the question was about roles a little bit earlier, but you pitched in a lot of high leverage situations last year. But where do you see yourself this year?
Honestly, in the same spot, just being out there and just competing at any chance I get. Really just whenever it comes to me, I'm ready to go pretty much.
David.
Charlie, talk about the catching, who you're working with out there and how things are shaping up there.
Like the catcher position? I mean, I've probably thrown to everybody. Maluski, Schoen, all of them, and I like all of them. They've all progressed a lot this fall and early this spring, and I'm excited to see whoever's back behind the dish.
And what's it like facing this offense?
Yeah, well, I mean, every scrimmage we have two really good lineups that could probably play anywhere in the SEC, so it's always a tough battle, but it just makes it more fun to compete out there and pitch against the best.
Doug.
Tomas, following up on Sam's question, and something that you mentioned down in Pensacola about you and your brother will yell at each other in Lithuanian. So I'm curious, how long have you been doing that, and does that happen in the dugout in practice and so on?
I mean, yeah, Lithuanian was our first language, but I mean, because my dad doesn't speak much English, so we've kind of always at home we're speaking Lithuanian. But yeah, I mean, when we have something to say that we don't want other people to hear, we just speak in Lithuanian. But yeah, I mean, during practice, if I say something, I'll mess with them and say something that's funny and something that I can't probably say out loud, but I'll say in Lithuanian and nobody gets it, so it's funny.
Robbie.
Do you have any video of this that we can go research?
No, I don't. I don't take videos of that.
Ryan, I wanted to ask about Duke and also Tyler Pitzer, two guys that had a huge summer in Cape Cod. They can do multiple things. What's kind of the thought on what their role is going to be this year? Do you guys even know?
Nobody really knows anybody's roles. Like, there's no pronounced, like, whatever it's going to be. But I think those two pitchers are both really, really good. And I think they're going to be, like, I think they'll be a huge role for us this year. If it's a starter, if it's a reliever, whatever it is. But I think those two are going to play a big part this year.
Sam?
Ben, what was it like going through the Iron Dog Challenge a couple of weeks or months ago?
It was fun. It was definitely interesting for the first time I've ever done it. It definitely showed your true colors and who you were as a person and as a team, really. But it was overall really fun.